When I was very young, like 3, 4 years old, maybe even younger, my grandparents used to like have my cousin and I like take a bath together. And when we were really little, but like I had this image in my mind of like what a female body like looked like just based on being a kid. And when we got to the point in life where we got health class, I remember like learning about, the different anatomies between boys and girls. And it dawned on me like, wait, girls have babies. How do they pee while there's a baby in there? And then, through health class, I was like, oh, okay, there's a separate tube for that. So in my brain, that meant there was a separate hole for that, which meant like I thought, at the between the, I don't know what to call this, below the belly button, I thought there was just a hole. Not the vagina, but just another hole that girls peed out of.
Like on the front of their body, just somewhere south of their belly button.
Yes, like on the front of their bodies, there was just a hole.
Sure,
and
sure.
Even through health class, all the diagrams were always like internal images. They didn't just show you like the outside of a naked person. And so for some reason, I continued to believe that. And at some point in life, I did happen to see a naked person and I was concerned. And I asked them what happened to their pee hole. And they were very confused. And the mood may or may not have been ruined by my wondering of why they didn't have a pee hole.
If you can remember, how exactly did you broach that? How did you phrase that question? And how old were you? You were, I assume, making out and or doing whatever with like a girlfriend or whatever. When was this, Wade?
I was a legal adult.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly how the conversation was broached, but I do remember I was just looking and very confused because they looked more like a Barbie doll in the front than I imagined, because I was like, I thought there'd be some kind of hole of some kind. Like, how on the tip of our penis there's like a hole that you pee out of, and I expected there just to be like on the lower part of their stomach just a hole. And it was mind-boggling to me. I was like, man, they really conceal that. And whenever it was explained to me how it all works, I was very, very embarrassed. And it's embarrassing even telling that story, but I was much, much older than I should have probably been when I learned that.
Did that person explain that to you, or did that just end that entire interaction and then subsequently somebody explained?
That person explained it to me. That was
Oh, that's very generous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that they found it, I don't know, cute in a way that I was so fucking stupid. So yeah, imagine being in the mood and all ready to go, and all of a sudden you stop to figure out that there's not a separate pee hole.
Well, what fascinates me is like, the hole on the tip of a penis is very small, right? So how big do you think this hole would be that you would like? How close were you looking? Like, did you really like?
Well, when I realized there was no pee hole, I looked even closer to find it. I went on an expedition for the pee hole.
Mm-hmm. Without getting too graphic about it, to that point in your life, had used all manner of toilets, and you had seen that men and women use the same toilets. Did you ever imagine how a woman might have to sit on a toilet given your expectation of how their systems worked?
I thought it was low enough. I thought it was pretty close to the vaginal opening, right? So I figured it was the same idea. I just figured they would pee, instead of having like the fire hose like a dude, I figured it just like trickled down the front and just dripped off.
Okay, just to be clear, you do know that like what you're describing is not too far off. Let me just make sure you do know there is a pee hole. It's just not where you thought it was, right?
Yes,
he said that.
I know how it works. I just thought it was
more in front,
higher up and visible.
Right. Okay.
To the naked eye.
Because I didn't want this conversation and people listening at home being like, "Does Wade still not know that there's a pee hole?"
No. I know how it works now.
Okay. Just checking.
Believe me, I know. But I thought that there was the belly button, the pee hole, and the vagina.
Right. Yeah.
but you could visibly see all three.
Well, I mean, yes. Okay, this is where I'm trying to clarify. There is a belly button, a pee hole, and a vagina.
But if you're looking at a person straight on, you don't just see like a hole right below their, like a little bit below their belly button for peeing.
Okay. If I pull up a diagram of a vagina, can you tell me
the
where
urethra is a different thing? Yes, the urethra leads to a different hole than, yes, I know, but it's all contained in one area. It's not a separate hole somewhere else.
I feel like part of Wade's problem might just be that he learns really slowly.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It could be.
Not that you learn this too late in life, it's just that you were continuing to learn it as you continued to age, and at some point that became unacceptable.
We are all learners. Lifelong.
Yeah, I think I'm doing a bad job explaining this.
No, I get it. But then you keep going a step further, being like, haha, that does not there. And I'm like, it is there. It's just not where you...
It's like, you don't just look below the belly button and just see just a hole.
Right. Okay, good. We're all good.
God dang.
I thought girls basically had two belly buttons. One was a belly button and one was a pee hole.
Right. Okay. Man, why don't we put more utility in our belly buttons? I feel like that's an overlooked resource that we could tap into.
What utility?
I would eat so much healthier if we could just open up our belly buttons and put in like other foods. I would eat tacos.
What utility would you put in your belly button?
Well, I don't know. Like, it's another access point. It could be something, I don't know. It's there. We might as well use it, right?
How big is your belly button?
Oh, it's not big, but it could be more capacious. Like, everything could be enhanced.
I'm sorry. Are you gonna stretch out your belly button with like people do when they gauge their ears?
I'm gonna
progressively larger belly button gauges so you could fit more stuff in there.
Yeah, you see this? My intestines in there.
Or sexual purposes, you could have anal, vaginal, bellial. I want you to tummy fuck me.
God.
Never mind. Forget I think. No utility.
Yeah, no, Mark. I like your idea of tummy fucking. That's a lot. That's good utility. You're right.
That's
you're right.
Not my idea. That's not
you're
mine.
right. I'm giving you credit, Mark.
I don't want credit for it.
Anyone that's had to have a tube put into their throat, like for breathing, that's like a heavy smoker. Do you think they've ever used that hole for,
breathing? No.
Fucking?
Oh.
No. I don't like that image at all. I'm imagining any individual who has I believe those are called stomas.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm imagining you need to keep that fairly clean and not do sex stuff to it ever because of reasons.
Well, it's probably supposed to, but that doesn't mean that.
Shut up!
I like that you found this nerve for Mark. Apparently, making anything into something you have sex with is just a big thing for Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a big thing for me. I'm sure no one listening at home is like, no, I don't want to hear about the tummy fucking. No, I don't want to hear about someone's stoma being improperly utilized. No, I don't want to hear it.
Would your penis start being digested by stomach acid if you did that?
What?
Oh my God, Wade! Please stop demonstrating how little you understand things.
What?
Never mind.
God.
Maybe you're assuming someone has acid reflux in this situation. I don't.